What's up, guys? Hello, this is Alex, aka Fluka, and I'm here with my team builder for week 1 of season 5 of the NES against our good friend Word. So shoutouts to Word, good match. I hope you have a good time. I'm gonna try and actually make videos for every week this season. That is my goal to myself. I may move during this season, so that'll be tough, but I'm gonna try it anyway. But anyway. Here's where, so you can see her team on the right there: Raikou, Zygarde, 10%, Mega Gallade, Zoroark, Meowstic, Mew, Rotom Wash, Venusaur, Porygon 2, Aggron, and Ditto. We actually helped draft this team along with Beard, so shout out to Beard. So I hope you like it, Word. So hopefully we have a little bit of insight in your team, but it's a very Word team. There's a lot of cats on it. You got the Meowstic, the Mew, Zoroark. Foxes are kind of cats. You got the Raikou. You know, it's a really cute team. So, like I said, I'm here to make Michelopoly shine. So I'm running enough speed to outpace a timid Raikou. I can't outspeed anything that's scarfed, but what are you gonna do? I think outspeeding everything else on our team that's not scarfed is good enough. And we're actually gonna run the Power Up Last Resort set. I think this is a really powerful set. It kind of tears through her team. She doesn't really have, the only thing she really has on her team that can not, that's kind of doesn't really work against is Aggron, because even though it's quite effective power up punch, I'm going to take 2 or 3 to kill it. But I really don't expect Aggron to come, and if it's not there, I can power up punch something to revenge kill it, and then just last resort through our old team. This also kind of stops Ditto, because I know it'll be locked into Power Up Punch. I can swap out into Joffrey or Layla or Aegon. You know, I can make the appropriate switch out, and then it can't really do much to me. And if it comes in before I get the boost, I can actually kill it with a Power Up Punch, and then last resort through his whole team, her whole team. So that is the plan, and everything else is hopefully to facilitate that. You know, if Megalopony doesn't get all the kills and we still win, I'm not going to be complaining, but I want the MVP with this thing. So anyway, with that in mind, next up we have Joffrey, our Nidoking, running the Choice Scarf, Sheer Force, Toxic Spikes, Ice Beam, Sludge Wave, and Earth Power. With this speed at 125, hold on, what do I outspeed now that I'm just thinking about it? 125 times 1.5 gives me 187. So I outspeed a Scarfed P2. What? That doesn't make any sense. I must have done something wrong here. 125 times 1.5 is 187. Why? I don't know why I need 187. I need 184 divided by 1.5. So we can actually go down, get a little more health. There you go. All is right in the universe. But with this speed, we outspeed Raikou. I don't know what I was trying to outspeed. Scarf P2, that's timid, but I don't see that coming, so I'm not worried. Anyway, so with this, with our offensive moves, we can pretty much cover everything. We can also handle ourselves, which is good. That will basically speed tie with Ditto if it comes in as us. This is probably my dedicated lead, because I really want to get Toxic Spikes up. I want things to start getting weakened to help facilitate Lopunny punching through everything with Final Gambit. If there's a few things that don't really die, even like a defensive Rotom or something, you know, Toxic Spikes don't help that, but Mega Gallade, something that's more bulky, Porygon 2, if I can get things like Toxic on them and whittle them down a bit, Final Gambit will have a better chance of cleaning up at the end of the game. So I'll probably, if I don't see Venusaur, this is definitely my lead to Scarf Toxic Spikes up, because other than Mew, I don't think there's a way to defog. Oh, I guess Rotom. But if I even just forcing defog, it's not the worst thing in the world. Next up, we have Colossus, our Registeel, rocking the Assault Vest, fully physically defensive. Even with this set, I have more special defense than physical defense, which is kind of wild to think about. Seismic toss, seismic toss, seismic toss, earthquake, counter, ice punch. The fact that counter works with assault vest is amazing. This thing is just a wall. It walls everything on our team. You want to burn it? I got seismic toss. I got counter. I got earthquake and ice punch for coverage. For things like Raikou and Zygarde, Mega Glade, I can, if I'm at full, I can take a hit and counter, but this is the only thing that really breaks through this. Even with max investment, Glade can really mess me up, especially if I go for a counter on a Sword Stance. So that's something to consider, but otherwise this is just a really solid general wall for her team, and I'm not really worried about getting hazards up against her. She doesn't really have she doesn't have anything this week to rocks, unless Ditto transforms into one of my things this week to rocks. So I didn't think it was that big of a deal to run Assault Vest and not get rocks up. Next up we have Leia, our Comfey, Rockin' Draining Kiss, U-Turn, Giga Drain, and Toxic. Now I had a lot of 6 move slot syndrome with this Pokemon this week. I believe it was Sunny was trying to tell me to bring Aromatherapy. They're the one that told me to get Giga Drain. Originally I had Calm Mind on the set. Giga Drain for Rotom Wash, which is a good idea. The main thought about this thing, I can Toxic. If I can't get my spikes up, I can get Toxic. Actually, you know what? If I'm running spikes, let's go Aromatherapy. I believe in my spikes. We'll have Aromatherapy in case someone wants to static our Lopunny or anything else that we kind of need. Draining, and that's also priority. Giga Drain and Draining Kiss are also priority, which is good. Helps me against things like Zygarde, which otherwise is kind of risky to Lola, since it has the extreme speed. At extreme speed would be no es bueno. Draining Kiss is still slower than that, but we're physically bulky. I think we can take that hit, and then get a bunch of health back with Draining Kiss, and then slow U-turns into Lola to facilitate a power-up punch sweep. Next up, we have Egret, our holding Lancet Berry this week. Ice Shard, Knockoff, Natural Gift, and Brick Break. Lancet Berry Natural Gift is base 100 flying, which actually to like a non-bulky Glade does like 60 to 70%. Doesn't get the kill, but if it's got a little bit of toxic damage on it, that could change, or just any kind of chip damage. And even if not, you know, say I kill something with Egret, they bring Glade, she brings Glade in to revenge kill. I am totally fine with giving up Sneasel for 70% on Glade, because then I can just go into Comfey and priority Draining Kiss for the kill. Also, I could also, if it's a little weaker, if it already had a little bit of chip damage, I could go into Lola for a power-up punch and then sweep. So I have a lot of options there. I also have the Scarf, Hook King if it manages to make it past the first few rounds. And then I have Brick Break. It was a toss-up between Brick Break and Low Kick. I think on Zoroark it didn't matter. Low Kick was better for Aggron. Brick Break was better for P2, and I expect P2 more than Aggron, so I went with Brick Break. And then last but not least, we have Aegon, our Salamence, rocking with the Flying Inium Z, Fly, Dragon Dance, Outrage, and Earthquake with Intimidate. This is another thing to check Mega Glade, which I am worried about. Mega Glade can actually tear through my team if I'm not careful, so I do need to have plenty of responses for it, which I think I have enough for them. Running max speed because of Mew. I'm expecting a more defensive Mew, but I don't want to take chances. With Dragon Dance, I outspeed everything on her team, and then I can fly Z-move, which will get rid of the Glade. If I'm not at +1, it'll still do massive damage to it. Outrage and Earthquake kind of cover everything else on the team pretty well. Again, Aggron kind of stops this mon. Earthquake is quite effective, but Aggron is just a beast. But again, I'm not expecting Aggron that much this week. I have to be careful about setting up with Dragon Dance because I am expecting Ditto, so I don't want to give her a boosted Salamence. But with all that in mind, I think that's all I want to say about this team. If you have any suggestions for me on what I could have done better for this team, please leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys later. Bye.